Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Jim on Bass, and if you're not, you're a communist.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Bass Show. We're back at Edgewood Tahoe with the great Larry the Cable Guy, and I gotta see, how many of these have you done? You've been here for years.
I've been here since 1967 doing these, and I'll be honest, I haven't aged that much. I look the same as I did back in the 70s.
Back in the black and white days.
Back in the black and white days. That's right. No, I think it's my 11th year in a row, maybe 12. I'm not sure, but
good streak.
It's one of the. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm very honored to be invited every year. I mean, the fans are really good to me, and it's just fun. We look forward to this week every year. If you do a lot of these celebrity golf tournaments, all of them are real special and fun to do because you're raising money, you know, for folks all over. But it's kind of like everything we do kind of builds up to this one because this is the only one where it's just all celebrities. And plus, this is the only tournament where I'm considered a celebrity, so that's always a nice thing. But so you work for this. I mean, every time I go out and golf, I keep this in mind. I want to do better every year. I want to beat somebody every year. I want to, a little at a time. First year I was here, second to last, me and Charles. The next year, second to last, me and Charles. And then we both started moving up, beating 4 or 5 people, then 6 or 7, then 8 or 9. I think I beat 12 people last year, maybe 14. So my goal is at least there's 90 players. So I'd like to be at least in the top 40. That's a little under half.
That's respectable.
That's not bad. I've been playing pretty good. So I guess, I don't know, I was on my simulator the other day at the house, and I'd let 4 people play through. So that's not a good sign. But we'll see what happens this week.
Well, I did see a picture, I think, of you and Roger Clemens the other day. So it seems like there's a circuit you can play. So you're always golfing somewhere, it seems like, right?
Yeah, we're always doing something. Roger and I'm intimidated to him, you know. He doesn't like to play with me. I intimidate him, you know. That big body of his, he thinks. Roger's awesome. I love golfing with Roger. I've never seen anybody with a head so big in my life than Roger. I mean, he's just a big boy.
Yeah.
You know, his driver's license picture's an eyebrow. I don't know if you've seen that or not, but it's amazing. We stayed here one time. He stayed close to me, and it got cold. And the cool thing was we always use Roger's hat as a hot tub whenever it gets cold out. But no, Roger's awesome. Here I am roasting him, but no, Roger's awesome. I love playing with Roger. We do a lot of these together. Yes, sir.
Well, you can hear some music playing. As you know, there's that epic karaoke night. So
That's
do you have a
right.
go-to song? And who was your first concert that you've ever attended?
I'm a black belt in karaoke. And first concert I ever went to was Buck Owens and the Buckaroos and Crystal Gale when I was 12 years old. First rock concert was Richard Marx open for REO Speedwagon, who was my favorite group, REO Speedwagon. I sang Roll with the Changes here last year, took 3rd place. I thought 2 years ago, I think I got ripped off because that's a pretty good performance.
Yeah.
This year, I'm going to sing a Spanish hymn. And we'll see how that goes over. I'll give you a little. Solamente en Cristo, solamente en Él, la salvación, se encuentra en Él. Por otro nombre, la salvación, solamente en Cristo, solamente en Él. Now, hopefully that's going to give me 3rd place. If not, 2nd.
It's bueno, you know?
Yeah, no bueno.
Well, I am curious, too, about your career.
You are curious.
Yeah. A lot of questions. I know you have your, the stage name, basically, like Larry the Cable Guy.
Yes, sir.
So I'm wondering, when you're like in the green room with other comics backstage, do you kind of keep your normal self, or do you kind of bring out the character amongst other comics?
Well, myself, the only time, you know, I'm Larry the Cable Guy when I need to be Larry the Cable Guy. Mm-hmm. So I get to come out here because of Larry the Cable Guy. If they said Dan Whitney's here this week, people go, yeah, so who's that? Yeah. So, you know, that whole thing came around just as it just kind of evolved. I did it on stage as a character, and then I had a buddy of mine that promoted me one night at his comedy club as Larry the Cable Guy because he knew he could sell tickets because I was on the radio, and just kind of evolved into that. But no, you know, I'm pretty much normal when I'm around everybody else. They know what it's all about, you know. It's fun to write for. It's all. I didn't stray far from the character. I grew up on a pig farm. My wife grew up on a cattle ranch. My kids rodeo, so that's not far from the character. Now the accent, I picked the accent up when I was in college. because I hung out with my roommates were from Beaumont, Texas, and Dalton, Georgia. So I picked that up, and then when I didn't do nothing but hang out in country bars, and I love country music, and so everybody that I hung out with since I was a livestock guy, farm kid, you know, I hung out with cowboys and farmers and from the South, so I just pick it up. So it's, you know, it's kind of like Madonna. She went to England and came back speaking English. But everybody's like, what the hell, she's not even, you pick it up. Sometimes you just pick it up. Now, it's a little harder to get into the accent because I'm living in Nebraska now. Not a lot of people talk Southern in Nebraska, but I still go to Florida about 65, 70 days a year, so I see all my old buddies, we pick it right back up. I kind of have one right now, and I don't even mean to, but I kind of have one now.
Well, I was wondering, I like going I'm from the Bay Area, so I like going down south to like the Comedy Store, the Hollywood Improv.
Yep.
Do you have comedy clubs that you pop in and work on material?
You know what? I've never been a pop-in guy. When I was on the road 287 days a year, living on a tour bus, raised my kids on a tour bus. So when I finished the shows, I have my family with me, so when I finished the shows, I just stayed on the bus and we went to the next town. I think a couple of times I might have popped in to the Comedy Works in Denver, I think one time, and might have been one or two clubs I popped into, but I didn't do a lot of that on the road. I kind of would have been fun to do, but I didn't want to do it. And I tell you, it's fun for the audience, but it's not fun for the next comedian that's got to go up. You know, I was in a situation one time, I was going on working some clubs, and Bill Hicks showed up and went up in front of me as a guest, and woo, I didn't want to follow Billy, he was great. So, you know, that's I just didn't do a lot of that.
Well, Larry, it's good to have you on the show, and thanks for giving me some time. It was fun to meet you, and we'll be rooting you on. Hope you get middle of the pack.
Yeah, thanks. I'll do my best. I get nervous out there and get shaky. I was out here hitting good balls.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can keep that going. If I can, it'll be a good day. If not, then you'll see me in the bottom 15 like normal. Get her done.